Okay, I'm going to start by removing this clip, which releases this arm, which goes directly to there. I've seen people put these clips back on. The one that's going to be the hardest to put back on is the one that hooks to the door handle. This has a little lip on it, so the difficulty there is this little hook hooks into a hole, so you have to lift that up and then push it out that way. That's clip number one. This arm is now loose. That's good. Okay, number two, I'm not going to take this off like I did on the other one. I'm just going to pull this clip, which should release this arm. Okay, this is a different clip than the other ones have, but that should free this arm up. Maybe not. There we go. So the locking arm is free, and this arm is free. Once I take off this closing mechanism here, it will slide down, and then this arm will get out of the way, and then I'll take this plastic off and be able to pull it right out of this hole. The other side had 3 Phillips screws holding this in place. This has, I think, better pieces of screws holding it in place than the other side. They have a flat head, screw, I don't know, accessibility, and they're also a hex nut, so you have 2 options of getting that out. Okay, I forgot another thing that this hooks to. It also hooks to the locking mechanism on the other side of this plastic thing, so time to remove the plastic thing. As I stated earlier, the plastic thing has 2 screws. One is here. And the other is here. This side is going so much easier than the other side did. Okay. And then just let everything fall. And then last one, I bent this piece in here forward until it cleared the hole. So I will try that as well here on this one. Easy peasy. This, I don't know if it had this slit originally for that fold, but it certainly has it now. This piece is the magical piece to remove. Once it's out, you have a lot more freedom inside of here. This is where the door shutting mechanism goes into the lock, and this is where the handle on the outside where it connects to all the workings. So this is the outside handle. So I do have to get those out of their positions, and then I should be good to go. Right now I'm going to take that clip off the door lock. I use a couple of flathead screwdrivers to start moving the clip out, and then once it's about to fall, I grab it with my needle nose pliers and try not to let it fall down to the bottom. Last one I was unsuccessful in not letting it fall down to the bottom. It fell down to the bottom. I thought I had lost it in some other hiding place in there, but eventually I found it in the bottom. Also last time I kind of got lucky and pushed it out almost all the way, but it didn't go all the way. And that's what I would like to do here. You can see I've already worked it almost off the lock. So hopefully now with these needle nose pliers, thing is I need a long stretchy needle nose pliers is what I really need. Ta-da! This clip actually looks really pretty good. Somebody must have done this recently. Anyway, with that clip off, now the locking cylinder will slide off of there, so I have to remember I need it to go on to there, and then just work it right out the hole. Ta-da! And now for the door handle itself. It's held in with two nuts. They are 7/16 nuts, and this little whatever it is here. There's a clip on it, but the clip seems to be broken, so I'm just using my flathead screwdriver to pry it off of this door mechanism. There's the broken clip on the shaft there, and now this should just wiggle free. It's not wiggling free, so I'm going to apply a little more pressure on it with a big screwdriver, whatever the little screwdriver can't do. I'm going to get the big screwdriver out to finish the job. I think that's how it works. Now there is supposed to be a clip on here. Oh, yeah, there's a clip on there. I'm fighting the clip that is still there and working. So That's why my screwdriver prying is not very effective. So this is the same clip as before, same type of clip. You have to pry up the base of it because it has a little locking mechanism, and then you have to push it forward from there. And this is where I watched videos on this, and they're like, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to put that back on. I got it off. I'm trying not to drop the clip. I got it pinned with my fingers. So, oh yeah, success. So, there's the clip. It's the second type of that clip. And now, that arm is completely free. Actually, it just fell off of the door handle, but it didn't fall down. This broken clip was to keep it on the door handle and not let that just happen. Now the 7/16 wrench, you just get it on. I bought these ratcheting wrenches for this kind of purpose. Get it on the nut, and then you should be able to ratchet it loose. Only took a couple of clicks, and then it became loose enough to pull off. This is really the last of it. This nut goes onto that door handle. Just one more, and she's done. The last one, the wrench really is not, what am I trying to say? It's kind of tough to wrench it because the stud actually sits pretty low next to the metal, so it's hard to get the wrench around the stud. And in the last handle I pulled off, the stud unscrewed instead of the nut. But in this one, the nut's coming off. So in the videos they said you can't get your hand in there. They must have had big, massive, meaty hands, because I was able to reach in there and get this nut off no trouble. And then that allows me to push up on the door handle and remove it. Why isn't it coming out of the hole? There's a gasket that sits on the door that goes between the door handle and the door. It's completely, not completely, but mostly destroyed. Okay, now what we do is we bag all this up so that we don't forget where it came from. I'm just going to put this all in the same bag and label it driver's side door. Maybe I just choose an empty Harbor Freight bag and just put it all in this Harbor Freight bag. And since it's the only stuff in a Harbor Freight bag, and I made this video, when I find this bag later, I'll be like, I wonder what all that stuff is. I hope I put it in a video. And I'll watch the video and know that it's the driver's side door parts. Okay, so that's that. One interesting thing is people that have removed their front bumpers of their Corvettes have had to cut away from this fiberglass here to reach a bolt on here. That's not true of my markers light holes, so I'm confused about that. I need those two hex head flathead screws and the one Phillips screw for putting the door closing mechanism back on, because I'm going to put that back on. Did I screw myself over by This is an O'Reilly's bag. It holds passenger side door pieces. The driver's side door pieces I clearly put inside a Harbor Freight bag. So already making this video has paid off. Okay, so I talked to my brother whether I could trailer in the Corvette using his trailer, or should I just drive it in? And he said that his trailer is not really very accessible right now. And this isn't going in today to the shop. Oh, by the way, if I haven't shared this, the magic day. Uh-oh. That was my door opening lever. I want to get that up here, maybe. It's kind of out of the way. The magic day for going into the garage is the 13th. So, I have like 10 days to get things ready for Ventura. Right now, as we speak, Eliana is removing paint from the T-tops. I thought it would be nice to get as much paint off this car as possible. And that's one thing that can be done, is paint removal. So I figure I'll go ahead and do that. Paint removal, that is. Okay, I didn't put the clips back on to hold these in place, but I put them back in. I've put the closing mechanism. I wonder what the actual name of this is. Back in. Because I need to drive this thing because the trailer is not going to work. So I am going to be driving with some issues. So hopefully nobody with police officers in their family is watching this video. Because I gotta get it to the shop and my brother's trailer is inaccessible. I'm driving it in. And it's gonna be driving without taillights. Because I have to take those off. It's gonna be driving without marker lights. I don't think that's an issue. It's gonna be driving without a hood. But this is Idaho. How many times have you seen a car driving around without a hood on it? I mean, come on. And without these headlights as well. And I'm going to look at taking off that front bumper. All of these things are in my plan for getting this car in. I'm almost done taking things off the car. I want to take off this grill from the hood. I want to take the hood off the car. I want to take the headlights out again, which I had them out earlier, and the bumper. That's not a long list. Then, with the rest of the time, which, I said I had about 10 days, I want to try to remove paint from these pieces. And wherever I get to, that's where I get to. Then I take it in the 13th and get her done. Alright. I think it's pretty good. I think I did a good job.